Hi, welcome to episode 30 or 34 of the podcast, GrandLine Writers Podcast, and we got the full podcast this week. This week we're going to be talking a little bit about the deck list that how they're doing recently with all the new cards for OP16 in the East and partially the West, not really the West, I guess, because all there is the Tin 1 Z cups. Otherwise, we're going to talk about they gave us the first dose of the starter decks. Spoilers. We can go over each card and how horrific one of the artworks is. I don't know why they did it to my boy Kobe. But how are you guys doing this week? Starting with RePreach.
Very good. I've got pretzels.
Okay. We wouldn't have known that if you didn't tell us that.
You didn't vigorously shake it.
Yeah, all we heard was you shake it because you're a model. How about you? What favorite anime villain?
I'm so tired. I'm just an EP boy.
We EP maxing here today.
For some reason, progressively, my Sundays have been busy. They never stop. I'm grinding for a regional next week. I'm eating Tim Tams because they're really good. That's it. That's my life right now.
What are Tim Tams?
They're like a chocolate cookie with a chocolate cream, and then it's like an Australian snack cookie, but you can bite the corners off of it and like drink through it. So they call it like a Tim Tam Slam. So you like drink a hot drink through it and it warms up the cookie and then you eat the cookie. It's really good.
Oh, they're tea cookies. Understood.
Yeah, basically. They're really fucking fire. Like chocolate covered tea cookies.
Man, I did not know that you were the most cultured of all three of us.
All of my viewers are international.
Fair enough.
Hey, to be fair, I'm also the same.
When you stream from the hours of 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern, you get a lot of like German and Australian people.
When you stream from the hours of 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. with a German name, you'd be surprised how many people show up from Belgium. That's pretty much where all of my viewer base is in Belgium and Japan, and then there's a couple American people.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of people from Mexico too.
Español. A little bit of Español in your chat.
Sí, señor. Yo hablo español, los pequitos.
But as of for me, I did so far. I played in 2 of my 3 pre-releases. I went a 4-0 yesterday, and then I went 2-1 on Friday. And Friday, I didn't get a single SR or higher, so I basically won with tons of rares that were Lanawana, which are like the worst possible rares.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, who wants Nami and etc. Like all it is trashing your like Kini. I didn't even get Kinemon, so can't even say that. So like all my rares were pretty garbage, and I got 2-1 record. Facing the last person I faced that round had 4 SRs in their deck, and I was like, bro, this is not even gonna be a game.
I pulled, so I went to one of the 3 pre-releases I'm going to today. I pulled 2 SRs, but I don't know if it's worse that I pulled the SRs that I pulled or having not pulled any. So I pulled Ivankov, who's unplayable in pre-release. And then my second SR was Altart Ivankov. I did actually pull the 4-cost Luffy though. I only got to play him out in like 1 game, but when I tell you I pulled the most atrocious pulls for like not good, not like atrocious, they made my opponent sick. Like I pulled 18 2K counters, probably 8 6-cost dudes, and then like the rest were chump blockers. My deck was so bad. I got just dumpstered. But I pulled the Ivankov and I sold it, and then I bought like 4 packs and I pulled the 5-cost Buggy ult and I sold that. And then it's a newer store, so he had like a bunch of welcome packs, and he just gave me 2 welcome packs, and I pulled a Zoro and a Nami out of the welcome packs. So overall, value-wise, I like made a little bit off of it, but
Nice.
not great in the sense that I didn't get a winner card. But I have another one on Tuesday, and they're giving out a winner card to top 4. So like I don't care that much about winning pre-releases outside of the winner card usually having a little bit of value.
Yeah, it's kind of nice actually. So yesterday I got like, so I had my all art was of course Borsalino, which absolutely is like one of the best cards in pre-release.
Yep.
That card is a banger. And then I had like tons of Kobe's, others like Tearsaru Searchers, the stage, and then I had Garp, and then I had Sengoku. I had like a Navy package yesterday,
Crazy.
and it was so consistent. I was like, I got 2 times. I got I got one Borsalino, and he just took over the game. Absolutely perfect. I'm not gonna lie, Navy is pretty good in pre-release. Turns out, Garp is an all-star.
That Borsa is crazy good. I think I would have won. So like it was only 3 rounds. I think I would have won my second game. I had a Borsalino established. I did get a Borso and a Kuzan. One game someone stuck a Newgate and then hit me with a Borsalino, and then another, or hit me with a Sakazuki, and then a different game someone just had a Sakazuki. Like multiple people got the better SRs in my pre-release, and it wasn't me.
I mean, Borsalino, dude. I don't know, man. That is a pretty good card.
Which card?
Borsalino.
Oh yeah, no, he's crazy good. I was swinging like, I think at one point I swung 14k with the Borsalino into a Newgate, but the dude had, because there's like quite a bit of 2k counters in this set. He just had the counter to get out of me swinging into his Newgate, unfortunately, and then I couldn't play around 9k leader swings with double attack.
You're not wrong, dude. I remember like yesterday, the one time I had literally 7 cards in my hand, all were 2K.
Yeah,
I was like,
I think one of my games I literally opened 4 2Ks, and not like playable 2Ks. I think one of them was like the Crule or whatever it is, Crule, the 7-8, and that was my most playable card, because it's not like it's a bunch of like 4-5 2Ks and 5-6 2Ks and like 7-8 2Ks. It's like the rare Luffy from Wano, who is like a 2-2 and gives unblockable, or an 8-9 Sanji who you can't play until late game, or Otama who has 0 power and just minuses power to something else. So like some 2Ks are like actually playable. Some 2Ks are just 2Ks.
Yeah, I was looking up. I actually yesterday I pulled like 2 smokers, which is the 6-7.
That's a good one. Yeah, I got one of
like
those.
A Jinbei, and then I had tons of actually all the ones that are in my hand I could have casted, and they held up reasonable bodies.
That's ideal. My 2Ks were mostly consistent of like insignificant body. I did get a couple of the like worthwhile bigger bodies. Like I got a smoker, I got the 8-9 Sanji, I got the 7-8 Crule, and then I think there was like one other. Maybe I got a duplicate of one of those. But I swear most of my, and I kid you not, 18 2Ks, which isn't bad. That's like clutch. That's a lot of counter. Most of them were insignificant statted characters, like Blackbeard 2Ks, which are all like 1 cost 2K power.
Those are very awkward. That actually, in that same game, one of those games, I did play Shiryu, put the 2K to life. The one of the horrible Blackbeard 2Ks, but
I guess the best 2K that I technically saw, I got 1 Devon. That card's really good.
Devon. The
Katarina Devon.
Yeah, the 4-drop.
2K.
Yeah.
But every other 2K, basically unplayable. Maybe the worst pre-release that I've gone to, but originally it was like a 9-person pre-release, and then it filled out after we were about to start. Just a bunch of people showed up. So it ended up being like a full pre-release. But I was like going because I thought I was going to cheese it, and then I remembered that pre-release has nothing to do with your skill level. It entirely has to do with just who pulls better SRs.
Yes, it does a little bit based off of what you get in your packs and your skill. Like I think my first when I went 2-1, like the 2 wins I got were because of skill. Like my deck was so garbage, but somehow I pulled off 2 wins.
I would not say that any performance that I've ever had in pre-release has come down to skill. Like, I didn't lose any of my games today because my opponents were better One Piece players than me. I lost because my top end was an 8-9 Sanji that I never got to play, whereas my opponents got Newgates, Magellans, Sakazukis, shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it also depends, right? Because a lot of times you will face a bunch of newer players when it comes to pre-releases. So I think one of them, like the second person I faced, they kept giving me counter too fast.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was able to, okay, now I'm going board, and I wiped your entire board off the planet.
Like, I'm not gonna say pre-release doesn't take any skill at all, because you do have to formulate a game plan with a bunch of random cards. I just think like you can absolutely get blown out of the water by someone who is a much lower skill level than you just because they pulled significantly more playable cards.
Yeah,
even like people who just had a good 3, 5, 7 curve would beat me.
Yeah, and it's even better when you have a Garp on your 5-down turn. Then you go to immediately to it.
I had a Sengoku.
That counts, yeah.
But like that, I would have rather had a Garp because Garp's a 5-6 instead of a 5-5. So like the cycle, I don't care. Like all of the cards in my deck are basically useless. So draw 2, trash 2 doesn't mean anything for me. I'm drawing 2 cards, looking at my hand like, oh, what 2Ks am I gonna pitch because I'm holding 7 2Ks right now.
You're not wrong. I mean, the other benefit, I guess, of Sengoku is he is himself a 2K, but...
That is the benefit. So there were like times where I didn't drop him on 5, but the whole, like overall, it just felt very bad. There was one game where I was like, I had a lot of even curved characters, so I was like, oh, I'll take second. That way I get the draw and it will fit to my small 6-cost package. Because like I said, I had like 7, 8 6-cost characters, which isn't a lot, but that's like the bulk of my playable bodies. I didn't see a single 6-cost. I opened Borsellino Kuzan.
But you're not wrong. There's something more satisfying than playing Garp, getting 1 rested, putting 1 active, then you swing 6. It's like,
yeah, that's
like
the
nice.
Other thing about Sengoku. Both of your Dawn are rested.
Yeah. But yeah, Garp does allow you to set up to where, well, you're going to give me a 2K? Well, you probably are. So.
You know what card I did kind of? There are 2 cards that were like very niche, but I knew they were going to be very niche and they actually came up. So I only got 2 4-cost characters. One of them was the Katarina Devon. The other one was the Speed Gill. Or Speed Gill, yeah. I don't remember. He's a 4-cost on play. You can reveal an 8k power character. He gains rush and 2k power. So in my first game, I was able to do that, but I never saw the combo again.
Wait, did you trash the card or did you just reveal it?
You trash. I think I said reveal. No, you trash the card. I think I trashed off like an Ors Junior or something like that, but the person I played against was like newer I think, newer to the game, and also like admitted that he doesn't do as well at pre-releases.
Yeah, I mean, it is a thing. Oftentimes, like I always end up facing one newer player. Um, so talking about the new list, so is there any particular deck you want to talk about? There's a lot of teaches represented here. There's one Lucy. There's one Luffy. And I'm assuming this is the Navy Rosie. A couple of them have been showing up in the East.
Navy Rosinante is so cool.
Yeah, we could talk about it. Rosie. It's one of the situations I wish I could actually build this in paper, but man. Oh yeah, extra nice. It's a nice 2K counter that is a Navy.
Yeah, they've been running that instead of whatever the other throwaway 2K counter was.
It's not the law. It would be. What other 2K do they play?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I saw an old. Oh, I saw some people running Suru for a little bit before they all started running Drake. It was like a 4-day period. Initial like Navy lists were running Suru.
Yeah, the one drop.
Mm-hmm.
The stage, pretty good. Yeah. I love you, man. I love you. And then yeah.
No, like overall, it's just kind of cracked. It's even cooler because you can do like on your 8 Dawn turn, you can Sakazuki Mamaragon, Sakazuki effect to go back to 2 Dawn, leader effect minus a Dawn, and then still play out a 4-cost law. So that's like pretty tight.
Oh, so they're not playing. I didn't know if they were or were not going to play the new 4-drop law.
What is the new 4-cost law?
It's basically the 4 to 3,000 that on play you get a Dawn.
I thought it was a 3,000.
It's a 4 3,000, and then when he attacks, he gets a plus 3,000. So it becomes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I could have sworn he was a 3/3 that made himself a 3/6 when attacking.
No, it's a 4-drop.
That's significantly worse.
Yeah. Significantly worse than this, but I thought they still would be playing it for.
Oh no, it's significantly worse than what I thought it was. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, I
thought it was
they were going to
3
play it strictly for like a backup to this 4-drop if you don't find this 4-drop.
Some lists have been running it, but it I think it's either that or the slow beam. Because like every Rosinante list that I've played against has run every single one of these cards, except I've never seen someone actually use the slow beam. But I have seen people use that Trafalgar Law. So
I feel like slow beam is a pretty big spice now.
nah, I mean, not really. We're at a point where like slow beam is kind of just an auto include in any purple deck that can leave up 2 Dawn. So like it's not bad by any means. It's just that's probably the one flex spot for the build where you could like I've seen people running the 4-cost law.
Yeah.
I have seen that.
Yeah, I mean, plus it's a fan favorite deck, so like every card in here is just like jacked up in price. Like there's a law, even though it's reprinted. For some reason, it's like $10+.
That law is expensive because of purple and L. Rosinante is kind of just feeling the after effects of it. The price of it went up like 3 weeks ago, when everyone decided they were running it in law or in an L.
I own 2 copies, I think.
I have like 6 copies. I really liked that starter deck. At one point, I had 3 copies of that starter deck, and one of them was just a sealed copy.
Yeah, this one probably came in with the red purple law.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, we could compare maybe potentially another rosy list, see if there's anything different.
I think the only difference we're gonna see is like some lists maybe run that 4-cost law. I think the list that we just looked at is pretty much the standard.
Yeah, this one's playing 2.
Yeah, and I bet they're not running the slow. Oh, they have Suru as well.
Yeah, they're not playing.
Maybe
X-Drake.
I don't know
They're
what
playing
they
2 X-Drake.
are running X-Drake. They have it at 2 instead of 4. Oh, some lists are running Gum Gum Lightning as well, which is weird, but
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, I get it.
Is this actually the deck? Yeah, it's pretty good in combination as Sakazuki.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, I guess.
It also like can put you lower on Dawn, which is important for a lot of your law effects.
Yeah, it's one of those decks. I wish I could build this deck, but sadly, I just don't ever think I could see myself in. Oh, they actually cut the 8-drop law.
Oh yeah, some lists don't run that. That's also like a flex spot, which is weird. But I guess when you have Borsellino, you know,
Yeah, that's like
you don't need law anymore.
that's like I get why you play Borsellino. It's Navy, so I guess easily searchable. It's actually probably the best deck for it in that regard. Because if you want it, you can get it, but I just can't ever warrant ever buying that card, in my personal opinion. But
Well, that's just personal like stigma at that point. Borsellino is an insane card, and the justification is that it's legal. Like if you're gonna play yellow, buy Borsellino.
yeah, the only reason, I guess objectively, the only reason I would do it is because of this deck. Because I mean, Teach is the only yellow deck I really play at all. Or will play potentially. Otherwise, I don't really touch yellow.
We're gonna see a bunch of teach lists that run Borsellino, but I have seen lists that don't run Borsellino.
Interesting. I gotta find one list that doesn't play it, because I just thought it was stock as a 4 of.
The lists that I've seen that don't run it are running You'll Frighten Me.
Oh, here's one. Here's one that's not. Yeah, 2 You'll Frighten Me. 3 Zahahas. 4 Burgess. I can't remember. Were the other lists playing Burgess?
Mostly I didn't see, honestly. I'm rolling a blunt at the moment. But most lists are running at least a couple copy of the Burgess that I've noticed.
Yeah, this is probably
Maybe like a 2 of, but
I don't mind this. Like, Docu, Auger, and Shot are your 1-drops. That's not terrible.
I've been surprised that we don't see more San Juan Wolf as well, the one that makes your leader 7k power. But I guess like if your opponent knows that that's an option, they just swing 7s. It's not like that card reads so busted, but it's actually like I mean, which is crazy.
Well, I mean, the issue with it is like most of the time late in the game, I usually calculate 7s.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's what I mean. Like, it's very easy to play around.
At the beginning of the game, it would get me a little bit more because I'm calculating around 6s because my goal is not to take your life. My goal is to make you use counter. But late in the game, it's like a mixture of both. Right? I'm going to get as much counter as I can out of your hand each swing. So, like, yeah, it's not that hard doing a late game. Then again, for you, you just be using 1Ks all day. So, you're not really upset by that. But I think this actually is a list of more I would be playing. I wouldn't be playing 3 Zahahas, though. I guess I should be trying it out. It's one of those things I guess I should try it and see how it plays.
I think 3 is just for, like, 1, because they're not running the Borsellino, so they need, like, space filler. But also, I think it's probably just the consistency of seeing it and not having to search it out. Also, the trigger is not terrible. It'd be better if it had a trigger that just played one of your like Blackbeard bodies, but I guess not everything can play something out.
Yeah, not everything has to be busted, right?
I
It's more
guess.
fun when everything is just as busted.
When everything is busted, is anything busted?
Exactly. If we all have superpowers, then nobody will.
Exactly.
Or what? If we're
Shout
all
out-
super, no one's super.
Shout out to my boy Sinestro. Not
From
Sinestro.
the Incredibles.
Syndrome. Sorry, chat. I just woke up from a nap. Like I said, I've been so.
No, you're still asleep. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
I kind of wish. You guys are lucky that I'm even on the podcast tonight. I almost
being here.
just went back to bed.
So, next we have Green Blue Luffy.
This is a deck.
It is a
It
deck.
exists.
It does exist, and they play 8 Prisoner Impel Downs, 4 Mr. Threes, which I think is like one of the best blue cards from the set.
Yeah, it is. That card is so good.
Honestly,
a lot of
I'm-
decks are incorporating it.
I'm wondering if Kuzan has the slots, but should it be playing it?
I have unfortunately seen both Nami and Ace incorporating Galdino into their lists.
Yeah, I mean it's a 1K counter. It's not a brick like Boa. But then again, Boa,
It's not. Go on. Sorry.
Boa being an AK can be relevant in Ace.
Yeah, they have their absolute trade-offs for sure. Galdino is just seeing play because it's not a brick and it draws you 2 cards when you use its effect.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a good card to me.
Yeah, and it plus it stuns something. So
Yeah.
I wonder if they're ever going to put a card that's going to allow you to stun character or leader. Or that'd be too busted.
No, it
they
depends on
did
how busted it
already.
is.
What are you talking about?
I mean, we've
You
had
mean, like,
we've had like
stun-
Arlong where you froze the leader on turn.
Yeah, we had Tenkos Dofi as well that froze a leader. You
Haven't
mean
we
something that makes
been
it
through
where you-
this whole conversation like twice?
No, this is a new conversation.
Okay.
Yeah,
You mean something that can like stun them even when they're active, like make it where they can't turn sideways.
where they can't attack, where you can pick a character or leader.
Yeah, where it's like proactive instead of having to be reactive where the leader is already rested. Yeah, I mean, I imagine we probably will at some point, and it will be fucking stupid.
But they're playing one Boa, a couple Crocodiles. That seems pretty decent.
Crocodile is such an ass card. I hate it so much.
I mean, it's not. It's just feels like a generic green card to me. Oh, I have blocker
What?
and I prevent.
Oh,
something.
no, sorry. That Crocodile is awesome. That one is really, really good. The blocker that keeps something rested is stellar. I was talking about the other Crocodile. Sorry, I'm rolling a blunt, so my eyes were not on the screen.
Yeah, you're talking about the blue one.
Yeah, that Crocodile.
where you have to pick
The
up
blue
Mr. 1 or
one.
Mr. 2 and then replay it, draw a card. It's a fine card. They're playing 4 of them, 2 of the green croc.
It's mostly the requirement of having to bounce something back to hand. You have to have a character on field,
yes, you do. I've seen somebody.
or it returns itself. So like that's more what I meant when I said it was bad. It's other than that, it's a really good card. It's obviously built for blue buggy. It just upsets me that it's a mandatory effect.
But Boa showing up as a one of. I did manage to pull my box set in alternate art Boa.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's like the best card to get an all art for, right? Because it's like $160.
Outside of like a leader or like a high like a an
Nami.
SP. I
Oh,
think probably the best. It's definitely, I think, the best like regular alt art in the set. If that makes sense.
Yeah, the SP that I pulled in the same box was Cavendish.
Oh, sick!
That was
That's
a
fire.
it was a 2-hit box, but I got 2 pretty solid hits.
Sometimes the 2-hit boxes are better than the 3-hit boxes.
And bro, like the deck, they want me to build this deck because I have like so many of this 1-drop Luffy's. It's insane. I kept pulling him in draft. I mean, in pre-release, which he's horrible in pre-releases.
Yeah, because he has to have impel down characters on field, right?
Yes, different named. No, he can search
Yep.
for him, but he can be boosted based off of any different names.
Oh, he doesn't have. It doesn't have to be all impel down characters.
Yeah,
It can
no.
it can boost off of anything. Nice.
Yeah, it's just
Any other names, that is.
yes. But yeah, it's a this deck list I think has been pretty stationary for a while. Like every card makes sense.
I think the only thing that's like being tested for the list, only one boa is interesting. I usually see lists on more than that. But I've seen lists that don't run Luna. Some of them run I'll go all out instead, but that's like the only difference.
For sure. Is there any other new leaders that interest you at all? Like Sengoku list over here.
We can look at the Sengoku list. I think Sengoku's cool. I just regretfully have come around to the KebbieG side of realizing that it's ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's. I wouldn't say it's but it's the second worst leader of the set, but that's not saying
it's
a lot.
The second. It's the second worst out of 6. Nah, it's like a C tier deck. It's
Hey,
cool,
that's still top
but
5.
It's still top 5.
It's still top 10 of all leaders of all time. I'm kidding.
That is the wildest thing that you've said, and you said you don't like abs on a woman, KebbieG.
6 packs. It actually makes sense, right? So they're kind of incorporating some of the rosy tack and having 2 gum in the deck. Of course, they play Maramargon, which is pretty solid here. And they're playing.
I think every purple deck runs Mamaragon, unfortunately.
And then they play 3 Lightning Dragons.
That one's interesting.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
not one that I expect.
And they're only playing 3 and 3 on Kuzan and Borsalinos.
That I've noticed is not crazily like unpopular. The Sakazuki is like the best one, which it's weird that you would run less of any of them.
I could see running
When they're
less
like-
Kuzan. Like he's definitely the worst of the 3.
Yeah, it's just like your deck is based around playing these guys is mostly what it
It
is.
seems like they cut the 2 for 2 Marine Brothers. It seems.
Yeah. I mean, the deck probably needed another, like, that. It probably just needed a 5 cost as well as, like, more counter. Because your 2K counter right now is, like, Sengoku or, Suru?
Yeah, I guess I'm wrong. Because technically they cut to Garp. My bad for Marine Brothers.
Oh, interesting.
Which makes sense. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, Garp is only good on curve.
Mm-hmm.
He's not good after that.
Yeah, because he like once you hit 7 Dawn, you're just trying to play an Admiral. If you're not playing an Admiral on like it doesn't matter if you're at 9 Dawn.
Yeah.
You just need to be at 7.
Yeah, so it makes sense that you would trim this down to and run 2 of these. Because Sengoku, on average, is the best of the 3, or best of the 2.
Yeah, Sengoku is insane. He's so good. He's Gamma Knife on legs. technically better than Gamma Knife, but
I might have to try this list. I'm surprised they're only playing 3 admirals, so 2 or 3 admirals. That's a 4K counter, but I get you got to have a one of these 3. Yeah, I might want to try this. What do you guys think about this list?
I think it's fine. I don't know if I love Gum Gum Lightning just in the meta in general. Like, you get kind of punished if you kill Teach's stuff. You can't really kill Enel's valuable stuff. I guess it isn't out for the dog. Technically.
Actually, I think it makes the most sense in this deck in Pacific, right? Because you go down 2, and then you basically
makes the...
And then you
go on.
Because you want to go under, so you want to be 6 or under, so that way this actually draws a card on counter. And then afterwards,
like at the end of your
Sakazuki
turn,
ramps you back up, so like you don't really...
Correct.
So like this actually having Sakazuki makes it not as painful for the Gum Gum Lightning.
Well, I wanna point out that like you would on like your 8 Dawn turn or your 7 Dawn turn, you just do Sakazuki. Usually it's on like your 7 Dawn turn. You just do Sakazuki and then you Mamaragon and you're at 6. Actually, even at 8 Dawn, because Mamaragon minuses 2. So like off of the Sakazuki and the Mamaragon, you're negging 3 Dawn already. So as long as you're not at 10, you get that draw. But like, yes, generally you do want to end your turn also in the 6 Dawn range. That way you can draw a card off of Mamaragon counter.
Yeah, I actually think this list actually is pretty solid.
I liked it outside of the Gum Gum Lightning. I think that card's kind of bait this format, but it deals with dog, and like dog is really only as good as people allow it to be, in the sense that once people start running out to dog, it's not good, but if people don't run out to the dog, it is good.
Well, speaking of dog, let's see if Nell's actually playing the dog. This one's not.
That's crazy. I've seen a lot of lists that are absolutely running up.
This one isn't either.
It is tough to find room for it. It's crazy that they would put the blocker and Nell in, but they don't have the dog.
This one is. It's playing 1 blocker and Nell. Are you saying they play more blocker and Nells in this build? 2.
No, the list that, well, most lists don't run blocker and Nell at all. Well, I can't say that for Japanese lists. Most US lists don't run blocker and Nell.
Seems like every single...
I'm not going to say none, but what's that?
Seems like all of them are. They're also playing 4 Varese.
Yeah, there's merit in playing 4 Vari.
This one's playing 3.
Oh, excuse me.
It is very interesting. No dog again, but this one's playing 3 blocker Nells.
Some people are on it. Like, they have completely different mentalities in Japan, Kebbie. Completely different.
Yeah, they have the winning mentality. I'm kidding.
They have a less aggressive mentality. US plays very aggro, usually.
Okay, this one's not playing 1, so... And no dog.
Ew, this one's only on 3 Reiju. I have seen some lists that are on 4 Frankie, which is interesting, because there's just not that many slots in the deck.
Yeah, I know. I would have not gone to 4 Frankie. I would probably stuck at 2. But I would have went 2, 2, and 4. But that's just me.
Reiju is definitely the best.
Yeah, I guess that also depends on how much green swap is in the meta.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even Reiju's not just good into green. Reiju's good into Nami and Teach as well. Because Teach doesn't, like, Black Yellow Teach doesn't do anything based on, like, original cost.
Oh, dude, your boy showed up today. Speed Jill.
Oh, fucking hilarious. That card, actually not terrible, just incredibly situational. Like, the way it reads is actually not bad. It's just bad because it's requiring like an 8 cost. If it revealed the 8 cost, I think it would be better instead of trashing it.
Yeah, it would be showing up in the list probably. If it just had a reveal.
Like, having to go neg 1 kind of sucks, but a 4/7 is kind of not bad.
What about the Silver's Rayleigh?
I've seen some lists running it. It's cute. It meets the criteria. It's an 8K body.
Yeah, what 8K are they replacing with this? They're playing all of them, aren't they? They're playing Vista, Marco,
Scroll up.
Huh?
I mean,
Scroll
it makes
up.
sense. You want to run as many as you can.
Kebbie, will you scroll up? Thank you.
I just did. They're not playing.
They're not running Mick Guy, but I don't think many people were running that to begin with.
Yeah, that's more of a pre-release all-star.
I think McGuy is better than Vista, but that's just me. I don't know.
Card. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he draws a card at the cost of showing your opponent you have a brick in hand.
Unless you reveal that you have a 2K.
What 2K? The one Croulet?
Yeah. They run a playset of it.
Is that the only 2K in the deck?
Yes.
That's wild.
And
Ew. I hate that.
This went 3-0 at a.
That doesn't impress me, Kebbie. 3-0 isn't insane.
Yeah,
I go 3-0 at every single locals that I ever go to that's not a pre-release.
I'm just like dumbfounded. I'm not sure what they cut from this list to put the Jill in and all these AKs.
Oh, they're not running like the one cost 2K counter, the new mall or whatever it is.
That pops a 2-drop or 1-drop.
Yep. I had someone do that to me at pre-release earlier. It was super funny. So they're not running that, and they're not running like some people run EZO.
Yeah.
They're also not running like the 5 cost EZO.
Yeah. You were talking about the 1-drop EZO that draws a card.
Yes, I was talking about the not very good 1 cost EZO, but they're also not running the 5 cost EZO.
Yeah, they're playing Speed Jill instead.
Correct. Well, you were asking what they cut. I think those are the things that are like the biggest. They're not running the counter event either.
Yeah, I actually think the counter event is really good in this deck. Then again,
I would probably agree with you on that.
I mean, it makes sense. You run nothing but AKs. Okay, here's some Shanks. 6-0.
I don't care about Shanks' fraudulent ass.
Dude, Shanks is where it's at.
It's good. It's annoyingly good. How many bricks do they run? Is it just 16? It's not even 16. It's like 12. Gross.
Wait, they play 4 Rogers?
Crazy.
Bro, this can't be right. They're not playing any of the Neg 1 Rogers
Rush
or
Shanks.
Shanks, but they're playing the Pump Shanks and the Pop Shanks. No Big Daddy.
Yeah, that's really weird. I feel like most lists that I've seen have moved away from like the Trafalgar Law as well.
I don't know. I've seen quite a bit with them, but we'll look at a different list. That looks a little weird to me. This is more what I'm used to. Yeah, where you have the Big Back Men,
Yeah.
you have 4 Shanks, 4 the Big Daddy Shanks, and you have 2 Pop Shanks.
Oh, that other list wasn't even running the 4 cost blocker Shanks.
Nope. This one's 2. 2 lucky
But if you look at this list, they're not running Trafalgar Law. This is the list that I'm more like accustomed to seeing in what I've played for 16 so far. Was like a more red hair pirate build.
And they're also not playing Zoro.
Which is like understandable. The trade-off is you just play the 9 Shanks for what, 6?
Yeah, but the one thing about the Zoro is that he's just so much better with ASL. Because you play him, you activate it, make it where he has Char Rush, and then you ASL pop or do something.
They're not worried about ASL on their 7-8 Dawn turn. They're doing ASL on their 10 Dawn turn after using Beckman.
Yeah.
So it's like just a slightly different game plan of when they're using it.
For sure.
Also, you have to think of ASL in the same way as like 2K counter Red Otama. It's just generically a good 2K counter, so probably most red decks are going to run it.
For sure. Is there any particular decks you want to talk about? RePreach?
Honestly,
you
covered Corazon.
You might like Yamato.
Yeah, that's the, like, you didn't ask me because fuck me, but the only other deck that I was interested in maybe covering was a Yamato list if there was one.
Yeah, this is something I think more is up RePreach's alley. So this is a full-blown combo reanimator deck.
No way.
Yeah, so it is definitely a deck that I know I would not be able to pilot for a big tournament because after like 2 or 3 games, my brain would feel exhausted.
I don't think the combo lines are so intensive that like you can't take it to a big event. I think the deck is too inconsistent to take to a big event.
Well, me, it's more of like, so like the thing is like you basically like what I've seen when I've piloted the deck, you have to figure out there's usually like 3 or 4 different ways of reanimation through sequencing, which is the most optimal.
That's not that big of a deal. What gives you the best swings and puts you in a situation where you don't die on the next turn? Like, that's the calculation of every single turn that you play One Piece, Kebbie. The issue that I have with the deck when I've been playing it, and I really like this deck, it's like I want to build it super casually because it's really, really fun. You don't always see your 1 cost, and that's the biggest deal breaker.
That is so true. And then sometimes you get this Robin and you don't have any damn drops. You're like, bruh.
So, the Robin is dope. I just figured out recently it's 8 cost or more.
Yeah,
you can pitch the dragon as well. I thought it was specifically 8 cost, so I was like pretty upset about it. But yeah, it's not, which is awesome. But you do run into that situation where you don't see a top end character to put in the trash. But when you see Nico Robin, and you have like 2 Yamatos or a Yamato and a Momo to trash, it's all sunshine, baby.
You're cooking. Not gonna lie, this Nico Robin's probably the better of the two in some ways. Like this thing is, since it's not leader lock for one, man, that was a punishment. I tried purple black Luffy with the Lanawana package.
Interesting.
Yeah, I tried it out and I was like, I cast the Nami and then I just scooped. I was like, oh man, I forgot that I didn't realize it was leader locked. Robin though, like having Robin having the flexibility of pitching an A cost or your A cost Nami was kind of interesting.
I like Nico Robin a lot. That card is insanely good.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you could build a deck, other decks with it. I did see somebody was starting to play this card in King.
Oh, interesting.
Because you could pitch the 9-drop King. Sometimes they play Lin, 9-drop Lin.
You can pitch Kaido Linlin as well.
Yeah. So there's definitely some situations where this might be a very good card in your deck. Too bad it wasn't red. If this is what Izo was, but for red, Izo would be seen play. If you could trash an 8 power or higher and then draw 2.
To be fair, Izo reveals the card.
Yeah, but most of the time you'd rather draw something other than the 8 power guy.
No, listen, like I agree. Like I think Izo should have been a draw too, but they essentially do the same thing differently. They don't do the exact same thing because like Robin gives you filter, whereas like Izo just replaces itself. But you're keeping the same hand size, like you're going hand neutral with either one. That's probably why Izo doesn't say draw 2. But if you had to trash the 8K body instead, I think a red Nico Robin would have been better than Izo, but like Izo basically does the same thing worse.
Yeah, I mean, because for ace, you're just trying to find. You could be the person trying to find a ace, so you would much rather pitch an 8 power character to find your ace on curve. Because most likely that's what you're looking for, anyways, is to find something to play on curve. Or you're trying to find your speed Jill and be that cool guy. Any opinions on this list? RePreach. So like you have Momo, which gets back a 6 cost, basically Yamato. So this reanimates this. This gets Rush. So whenever you reanimate something, your character gains Rush.
All I'm gonna say is that the list looks as finicky as the first time I saw it, where sure, at the big end you might be able to get a bunch of stuff, but what is that bunch of stuff?
So the bunch of stuff is you play the 5 cost Momo, then you play the 2 cost Shinobu, you trash the 5 cost Momo, you play the 9 cost Momo, that's a 9/6. Your leader gives that Rush. It plays the 6 cost Yamato, who your leader gives Rush. So off of 7 Dawn, you just got 2 swings. Then you pop the Yamato, and you play out one of the other 2 Yamatos, one of them being unblockable. And then the one that isn't unblockable, which you play out in most situations, unless you're going for game, or you want the body to stick. This also plays out, it grabs one of your 2Ks back from trash, so it grabs your Momo or your Shinobu back, and then it also plays out the 2 cost blocker for free. Oh, and your leader gives the 8 cost Yamato Rush as well.
Yep.
So your top end, you get 3 swings.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Or you get 2 swings and you've developed double blocker and put a 2K in hand.
Yeah, or if you did it properly, you would have played the Momo the turn before.
Yes.
So then you would have you devote 2 Dawn to this, and then later on you could recast another Yamato, or you could use this event here and do it again.
The event is a 7 cost event that plays a 6 coster lower Wano character from trash. So basically you play the Yamato gets Rush, then you pop the Yamato and you go into one of the 8 cost Yamatos. So like your top end is you're doing stuff, like it's really cool how you're doing it. It's just getting there can be a little inconsistent.
Yeah.
You know what kind of pisses me off? Sengoku got a search event that looks for 2 cards and then trashes a card. Why didn't Yamato get that?
That would have been a very interesting card.
That would have actually been really good for the consistency of the deck, and it would have made sense. Like, why does Sengoku trash a card? I understand it's to make it where you're going hand neutral, but like, why does Sengoku trash a card? Like, it could just be a look for one, but like, you're looking for multiple pieces. You also have to look for multiple pieces in this deck. Like, that searcher literally would have made so much sense in Yamato, and then you trash off a card because you're trying to put specific cards in your grave anyway.
It is true. It is surprising.
Foolish Burial is one hell of a good card / mechanic.
Did you say Foolish Burial?
Yeah.
LOL. True.
It is a little surprising though that they're playing 4 ground deaths.
I was surprised by that as well. Like, it's a good card, but it feels bricky sometimes.
Well, it's not even that it feels bricky. Oftentimes, I don't have any Dawn left over.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it feels bricky.
True.
Like, you see, a lot of times you're utilizing the entirety of your curve. Like, if you're going second, you're trying to play Kinemon on 4, you're trying to play Yamato on 6.
Yeah, like, even if you're on your odd curve, like, you're playing this on 5 and Anami, so it's like,
Exactly, yeah, you're playing Kinemon and another, like, a 1 cost, ideally, or you're playing Momo to set up, like, the next turn. Yeah, exactly. Totally agree.
Yeah, but maybe this is a deck that we will try on stream, RePreach, and maybe you probably like it.
I like the idea of it. It's just too many pieces working in together, and I don't think the payoff is worth all that trying to set up.
Well, you're wrong about that second half. It is worth it. That combo makes this deck giga busted. Like, this deck does really good into the current meta.
I guess it depends on what your definitions of it's not super worth it. If you're comparing it to maybe in conjunction with something like Emu, where it's just so consistent after 10 Dawn, it does the same thing over and over and over, then I can agree with you. It's just more flavorful. But if you're talking about like your 6 Dawn turn, getting an 8 draw on your 6 Dawn turn,
that's so
no. That's worth. I'm talking about trying to set up the whole chain. I feel like there's smaller points of interaction that you'll gain advantage off of, but doesn't the Yamato come from hand, or am I mistaken on how that card operates?
No, it plays from what Yamato? In what point of the combo?
The 6 drop.
From what?
Doesn't it?
From what situation? Like, off of the 9 cost Momo?
Yeah, so Momo...
No, it all plays from trash when you're... Unless you hard play the Yamato from your hand for 6 Dawn, you're playing it out of the trash.
No, I mean, like, does it proc the card that it gets to stage? Is it from hand or is it from trash?
Like, when you trash the 6 cost Yamato to play an 8 cost, it plays it from trash.
Okay.
And your leader gives it rush.
Never mind, that changes all the resource value.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the 5 and the 2. Yeah, this 5 drop comes down, this 2 comes down. They both trash. You get this from... You reanimate the 9 drop. Which
the Shinobu, when you trash it, also draws you a card.
Yes.
The Yamato, the 6 cost, on play, draws 1, trashes 1. So, like, ideally, the Yamato 6 cost is immediately setting up an 8 cost in trash. The unblockable 8 cost, if your opponent kills it, it just plays the 6 cost Yamato back out. The other 8 cost can just grab the 6 cost back to your hand in case you don't have one for the next turn. Your top end synergy is actually, like, kind of insane. You're pretty much spending 3 or 4 turns just building the pieces in your hand, like finding your Momos and getting them into the trash, which like isn't super hard because you can trash the 9-cost Momo off of your 1-cost Robin. It's that you kind of falter a little bit if you don't see your 1 costs. Like, unless you just hard open all of the pieces, but even hard opening all of the pieces is kind of bad because you'd rather find them throughout the game. The deck is really good. It's also really, really fun. I would highly recommend it. If like
I
you've
don't
mentioned
doubt the fact that it's fun. It's more so I'm just doubting that the deck slots. If there's not a better way of compacting the combo and making it consistent still.
Well, that's the thing. You're not locked into that one combo. You can hard play the Momo for 9 to play the Yamato that plays the other Yamato. You can just play the 6-cost Yamato to bounce into an 8-cost from trash. So like you're just gaining extra value off of your Dawn plays. Is like the value of the 9-cost Momo is that, so first off, the value of the overall combo is that you play the 9-cost from trash. So it gains rush. And then it plays another character from trash who also gains rush. That's the value of the overall combo. But that combo can also be broken down into smaller segments. You don't have to do the 5 plus the 7 to go into the 9. You can just play the 9. He just doesn't get rush. He does play a Yamato, though, who gets rush.
Yep.
And then you pop that Yamato into another Yamato that's a bigger one, and that has rush. Or if you don't have the 9-cost Momo, you can use the 1-cost event that it's total 7 Dawn. But it's 1-cost rest 6 Dawn, play a 6-cost Wano character from trash. You play this for 7, you play the 6-cost Yamato out from trash, it gains rush, you swing 5, you pop it, you get to play out one of the 8 costs. So like there, or if you don't even have that, you can just play the 6-cost Yamato for 6. It doesn't get rush. You immediately use the effect, play out an 8-cost that does get rush. So like at the bare minimum, you're just getting an 8k swing for 6 Dawn. You're basically playing a vanilla that you've used multiple effects and it has rush. So you're getting an 8k rush swing at the bare minimum. There's just multiple tiers to combos that you can do. But you're not locked into any one of them.
Yeah. You didn't even mention the fact that this event, you could technically use this to target the 5-cost Momo. Then you could play the Shinobu, and then you can go from the loop.
Yes, so, you could also do that. It's just a little less Dawn efficient.
I suppose. I mean, it is less Dawn efficient, but if you don't have a 5-drop Momo in your hand...
Yeah, if you don't have it, then you could have it. Yes, you could do that.
That's why I was like, there's so many different lines. Like, most people would automatically assume you get back the 6-drop Yamato. That's not always the case with this event. You can get the 5-drop.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was speaking at the bare minimum of what you could do.
No. I wasn't implying to that. I was talking about, like, earlier when I said, like, this deck can give you a major headache for how many possible scenarios it comes up through. And that was one of them. Like, I don't think I seen it when I was playing the deck one time. That you could literally get this to get the Momo, play the Shinobu, go to the 9-drop, go to the 6 and the 8. You always just assume, like, hey, this is meant to be bring back the 6-drop Yamato. And that's not always the best, most optimal line. So it's like, it's crazy. And
I guess that.
And the only advantage, I guess, of doing this, it is a little bit less optimal, but at least you get to keep a 2k in hand.
No, it's like, it's not even like, it's more Dawn expensive to do it, but if you have to get the Momo back from trash because you don't have one in hand, it is a more Dawn efficient play to go Momo play Shinobu. You're spending 2 extra Dawn, but you're getting a 9-cost body out of it as well. So like it's not, you're right, it is more optimal to do that. That's just not always a situation that comes up. Like I haven't personally had that situation come up, is why it wasn't like fresh on my mind. But that is a really good situation, and you are correct. It is more optimal to go event 5 cost, play Shinobu, and spend 9 Dawn.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, I think you would enjoy this deck. Personally, I think you might. I don't necessarily know if you might be able to take this to a regional or nat, but
Oh, I think people will absolutely take it to a regional, and not because they're just chuds who go to a regional because it's their local for the week, which are people who go to big events, by the way. Serious people like this deck, and it's not a bad deck. It just struggles a little bit with consistency.
and who knows? Maybe EBO5 we get the one drop event that you look top 3, take a Lanawano card and trash the other 2.
Listen, I don't know what you would cut, but I think Odin might actually be good in the deck.
Yeah, I have not seen anybody play Odin. Like,
No one has tested it because it's slower Robin, but I've had a lot of games where I didn't see anything until like my 7 Dawn turn. So you know,
you have some people playing the Ace, which
I haven't seen people playing Ace, but I have seen people playing the Sanji, which is just a 2K counter, just a big 2K.
yeah, I don't think you're ever casting it. I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to.
You would have to find me in a struggle for that to be the 8 cost that I play.
But didn't you get a whole bunch of them for your pre-release?
Yeah, and I chose to play slightly smaller bodies every time. when the bulk of my playables were like 8 cost Sanji or 7, 8 bodies, I would rather play like the 7, 8. That way I could also swing bigger with my leader.
But don't you want more 2K counters? Come on.
Brother. No, actually. If my 2K counter count was, I don't know, 5 less, that was a trade-off I would have made for 5 playable. I would have played 5 McGuys. Like, all of my hands were 2Ks, brother, all of them. You know what card, I didn't get to say it earlier, you know what card was actually kind of really interesting and won me my first game, round 1? The event that gives a Luffy double attack and rests 2 characters. I cheesed a win with that. My opponent had 2 cards in hand and like not a lot of, like, I gauged out that he didn't have a lot of counter because he left a Dawn up the last turn and I killed one of his characters. So I knew it was like a counter event that only buffed leader. So I just like swung 8 and then I swung really big with a weenie.
Yeah,
God.
I've seen somebody really talking that up in Brook.
Interesting.
Because you get your 7 drop, Luffy giving that double attack, swinging, restand, swing, restand. With Brook.
That's nasty.
You could basically get 3 swings with that.
That is kind of nasty. The card is a brick though, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but I think Brook's used to that. I'm pretty sure they play water brick.
They don't need more.
Well, I mean, if it's replacing a brick, then I mean,
Look, if you have enough bricks, you can build a house or something like that.
yeah, I'd rather have plenty enough bricks to build a house than a bunch of straw to build a house.
Yeah,
You're telling me you can build a house out of cantripping? Come on.
That was probably the worst joke I've ever said on this podcast. Okay, moving on. I don't
No,
know.
I think it's in the top 3, but it's not there yet.
Okay, then I gotta try harder next time. Um, Ace, I guess. They picked up yet Mr. 3, Marco,
Yeah.
3 Boas, 1 Jozu's from the starter deck.
Oh, interesting. I don't know why.
And then they're playing the unblockable event.
Interesting.
And only 2 Moby Dicks. That is the really interesting part of it.
How many GARPs are they running?
Probably 4. Yeah, 4.
GARPs and EZOs?
3. They're playing full playset of Atama though, which makes sense. It's a 2K, but
So 4 GARP, 3 EZO, 4 Otama,
yep, and 2
and then
Moby
2
Dick.
boat.
I mean, that's a lot of searching, but
Yep. Yep.
and it makes sense to have the
Interesting.
unblockable event in here too.
Yeah, if they're only running 2 Rogers. Or 1 Roger.
Yeah, I forgot that this card even existed, and I put it in a deck I'm gonna try this week. I think I put it in Hannibal.
Yeah, it's not leader locked.
Nope. Mr. 3 showing up. It's like the only new card other than the Moby Dick.
Yep.
It's not bad.
A lot of people think that they're going to start running the 8 cost Whitebeard, but I don't think it's that good for the deck.
Yeah, it's not better than Zoro.
Yeah.
And I mean, how many AK bodies do they even play? They just play Hancock.
Well, they were playing it for the double attack 2K buff.
Yeah, but I mean, I still would think you would probably cut Jozu for the 7-8 one.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I imagine you would play that. Maybe there's a different list with it. Nope, this is playing the 5-drop Newgate instead.
Interesting.
Atmos. But we don't need to talk too much about that deck. I mean, that deck is
Old.
it's old and it's very. It doesn't. I mean, it hasn't changed too much.
Right. The biggest addition was like the Zoro, pretty much. Like we haven't had a crazy addition to the deck since the Zoro, is what I mean.
Yeah. I know Zoro Zanji has.
Yeah, let's look at that.
So they playing the new buggy from ST30. They're playing the Buckin plus Weevil. Where's Weevil? They're playing only this Weevil. I've seen some people play the other Weevil too.
Yeah, I've seen the other Weevil, the one that like pops or bounces something when attacking.
Yeah. So they're playing Carrot, playing Luffy, playing the Law, which is really good. Brooke, yeah.
I mean, this list is pretty solid.
Yeah. Too bad. Med isn't in here. This is his deck.
Why is there a red line crossed through Bon Clay?
You just don't talk about this card.
Oh, okay.
It's blacklisted on YouTube. That's why it has a line through it.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I don't know why. It's just interesting. I seen
It's actually blacklisted on the KebbieG channel. Courtesy of Editor Preach. You're welcome, chat.
that's crazy. You guys hate Bon Clay. He's the hero of One Piece.
No, we can't just let his name be seen too much. Otherwise, it starts like lowering the expectation of his greatness. You know, you got to reserve it for when it's important.
Fair, very fair.
Oh my gosh!
Did you just click on Nami?
Yeah. One teach and 4
Oh my!
threes.
What is that?
Turn it off.
Disgusting. Get it off the screen, Kebbie. Why would you subject us to that?
Show me, show me that my hope exists. Let me see the gecko list.
Ooh. Nothing new out of Lucy. What?
Yeah, I don't think they really got any cards.
I mean, I didn't know. I
boost
didn't know
that.
if they would be playing Mr. 3 or not.
Oh, true. I don't think they have room, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's no Gecko Moria list. Sorry.
I cry. Sorry,
Let's check out the Boa list. I think Boa is really good this next set.
I thought you said it was the worst yellow leader.
I have said that in the past.
So yeah, they're playing the 3 copies of the 4-drop one, and then a full playset of the 5-drop one.
Yeah, those cards are really good. Are they playing 8-cost Teach as well?
4
Yeah.
plus 2
This
Nami.
deck smacks. I'm surprised to see the Nami, honestly. But I
mean,
guess it makes... Well, scroll up. They're not running the 4-cost Boa that sets your top life.
yeah, they're not. I guess
I would probably run that instead of the Nami, but the Nami does the same thing, just a little bit more expensive.
yeah, by 1 Dawn, and then you don't get the bonus of sprocking the leader ability.
Yeah, well, so, like, I guess really the only trade-off is, well, Nami filters out your hand, I guess. But, like, the trade-off, because essentially Boa's a 3-cost character since it puts the Dawn on your leader. So, like, the only trade-off is Nami's not a brick, but I don't know why you wouldn't run Boa instead. I think it would be better for the deck.
Yeah,
Because worst case, you proc your leader effect.
Yeah, you want the Dawn on your leader anyways. If you play this on 5, well, you're not going to have a Dawn. Unless you have a rain down. You could have a rain
The
down.
thing that really confuses me is that they're playing the Kumasi. That seems a little random. It's just it's a one of as well. So it's not ever playing anything out. And it's not like searchable. Oh, I guess it's technically
A 2K, you go to life.
yeah, you could put into life, but that seems so fucking bad.
Yeah, you just want
Because
something.
obviously this list is centered around like putting Gecko Moria into your life to play the Zoro out of trash.
Yeah, that is
Ideal.
Yeah, ideally.
Or like you play the Sander Sonya.
Yeah, so the objective, of course, yeah, is the Gecko Moria, put the Zora out of trash and put it in game.
So like even more so, why are they not playing the 4-cost Boa that you could play from trash? Weird.
That is true. Yeah, you could put it down, and then if you didn't have a Dawn on your leader, somehow you would get a Dawn on your leader. And
Very weird.
And it would sprock your leader ability because it's a.
It would also, like, even if it's on your, like, especially on your opponent's turn, it would set up your top lay or your top deck, so you would draw into what you want for the next turn.
Yeah, I wonder why they cut it. And honestly, I would think you would play it over the Boa, this Boa right here.
Well, I don't know about that.
Because for one, the trigger only fires off if you have 2 or less life.
For sure.
And it's a vanilla blocker 4/5. I mean,
Yeah.
is that better or worse than playing the blue starter deck Boa Hancock?
Blues, the 3-cost?
Well, it is a 4 that puts a Dawn on your leader. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that bow was from a starter deck. I always think of the illustration alt art. I mean, the 4-cost boa is better, but the reason I'm comparing it to Nami is because Nami essentially does the same thing. It like stacks your top deck.
Yeah, but this is the most one of the most adorable artworks for Nami. I can see why you want that in your deck.
So, what a take, Kebbie.
What a take.
What a take.
It's a
You
very-
know Nami has abs, right?
It's a very factual take. It's one of her most adorable artworks.
I guess. I don't usually just, ooh, that's a cute card. I gotta run it in my deck.
I don't either.
I can't say that. I do have alt arts sometimes that I just run in the deck to flex. So, live your life.
Yeah, I think I only played one deck with her in it throughout my career. That's just up Luffy.
I've run that Nami. It's a really, really good card. I just think Boa would be better
Yeah, it is for sure.
for this deck. Specifically, I think Boa would be better. But I didn't win whatever event, so you know.
Yeah, maybe they just don't own that starter deck.
Also, this could have just been a locals. It was just a 4-round. So it could have been a locals.
True.
Because you can like list anything on here. Anyway,
Yeah, and flagships. I should have looked at flagships only. It would have been more of a good representation for it. Is this the list? Was it 3 and 3?
this is not the same list.
They are playing the Nami. This version playing this Nami.
Yeah.
I wonder if this looks a little more like how I would actually build it.
Agreed. Same. I think Rayleigh's an insane card. There's no reason not to run it.
And two of the yellow Nami make sense over even the blue Nami. Like
Yeah, the yellow Nami's really good on curve for Boa.
yeah. So and plus I mean,
I personally like this list a lot more than the previous list.
and plus why would you play the grandma over Hiyori? Is it searchable? I guess
They
it's a
don't-
trigger.
They don't have any. That other list didn't have any searchers. This doesn't have any searchers either, so it doesn't matter if it's searchable.
The only difference is it's the trigger.
Yes.
Or not. I guess.
Which can come up. It's a little situational, but you know, it can happen.
So is there any other decks you want to highlight from the new set?
I think we covered all of the relevant
We've already covered
ones.
Backbeard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, there's never going to be a Sengoku here. I mean, a Buggy here, I should say.
Yeah.
Buggy's just not playable.
If someone does well with Buggy, respect to them.
Oh.
Oh, Sanji. Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
The worst in Nell deck, but let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, do you play a 3-drop Sanji that becomes potentially a 10k at some point, or do you play the Nell that's a 10k?
I don't know if you're living the game out to a point where your Sanjis are 10k.
True. They're most of the time they're like 7s, 8s.
Yeah, but if you have like 3 or 4 of these Sanjis that are like 7 costs, they're
But
pretty
Fave,
good.
hear me out. You get to play Super Setai Sanji.
I guess, but I like an L more.
Okay, yeah. I was like, for a minute, I was like, I didn't see Pudding. I was like, where's Pudding? She's right here. Of course, they're playing
What?
Mama.
What is Pudding doing in the Sanji deck? That's an Enel card.
You're
Is
not
that
wrong.
not the wrong pudding?
This is the right
No,
Pudding.
no, I'm kidding. That Pudding searches out Sanjis in events.
Yeah, it was designed for this year.
Yeah, but Enel uses it because it runs all of like a ton of events and sometimes the blocker Sanji.
God.
But yeah, so the only thing they picked up was Mr. 3.
Yeah. Well, and Mamaragon, but I think lists in 15 are probably running Mamaragon if people are on it.
Yeah, I'm just shocked to see a Sanji list.
Same.
I mean, I'm glad to see it. I'm happier to see it than like a Mihawk show up, like or a
Keep
Nami.
the dream alive.
Wait, there's a Sengoku.
We could look at another Sengoku list. No complaints there. I like purple. They're playing Baby 5. I never understood why some lists were playing Baby 5.
Doesn't it pops a dog.
Yeah, but who's tacking into Baby 5? How is this thing dying?
This one's on play.
She's. Oh. Okay.
You're thinking of the one that gives you dawn.
No, I was thinking of the one that.
Or that gives you life, sorry.
No, I was thinking of the one that was designed.
For Doflamingo,
Yeah.
that gives you life on KO.
Maybe she was on play the entire time.
There's
Man.
2 different Baby 5s, Kebbie.
I know that one that gains you life. I guess maybe I thought this one also was on KO. No,
This one's on play. It's ran for the dog. Arf.
That's fine.
I guess also it's like not terrible into teach.
Yes.
Or Luffy, realistically.
2 with a base cost 3 or less. Yeah, not bad.
Kind of actually a gas tech, TBH.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with Baby 5. There's a Sabo list showing up on a 3-on-3 competitive.
Interesting.
Yeah. They must be getting prepped up, ready for the starter deck.
The starter deck.
Which we'll talk about the starter deck cards. Man, did
Oh,
Sabo
yeah.
get shafted in this day 1 release.
Yeah, let's cut to that.
Yeah, we'll shift gears. All right, so switching gears. Bam. Okay. So for the ST21 Luffy, we get Jinbei, which is a 5-drop 6K, 1K counter, blocker, on play, draw 1 card. Then you can play a Straw Hat with a cost of 1 from your hand for free.
This card's fine.
It's fine. It's going to be reasonable, I guess, if you can get access to that 1-drop new Usopp. That lets you put Dawn. That way you could play that 1-drop, so you could put a Dawn in your leader. Then that way you put 2 Dawn on your other cards.
What one cost Usopp?
The one that came out in the promo for the Netflix show.
Oh, the live action.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That one, that's a 2K counter that lets you put a Dawn on a Straw Hat.
On play.
No, it's activate main.
Oh, sick. Nice.
So yeah, it's restricted to Straw Hats, which would work quite well with this because you said you could cheat it down, put a Dawn in your leader, which lets you put 2 Dawn somewhere else. Oh man,
this card isn't that is good. That is very cool. I didn't realize. I forget what the live action cards do half the time, honestly, because they don't exist yet. This card is like, it's not busted, but it's good. It's just crazy that it took Red so long to get a 5/6 blocker that draws a card.
Yeah, draws a card in general. It's kind of
like, I guess technically there's a 5-cost Rayleigh blocker that draws a card, but it's situational to get the effect.
Yeah, to draw two trash one.
Yeah, it's like that's technically the equivalent to like the Queen from Starter Deck 4, the Rayleigh, but it's like
they need 2/6 base.
Yeah,
power
I think
6,000
your
more.
opponent has to have two 6K power characters, right?
I think that's right.
It's bad. No one ever really ran it. So like this card it's not bad like mechanically. It's not a bad card. It's not cracked. So we're underwhelmed by it.
Then we got Kinemon, 1-drop 2,000, 1K counter. On play, you may rest one of your slash attribute leaders or Dawn cards. Draw 2, trash 1.
So this card is like worse to run than Perona.
Yeah, you would be playing it with it, right?
Well, what are you replacing for this?
So what's your backup 1-drop in that deck?
The Apu that rests a character that's also a 2K.
It wouldn't be that. It'd be something that would be.
There isn't a different one. Your low-end bodies search stuff. Like, you're not replacing anything in Zoro for this. You're not replacing anything in Mihawk for this.
I know some people were excited for this for Odin.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. You got me there, dog. You got me there.
But this definitely was not.
Be Odin if it wasn't hard boiled.
It's unfortunate that you can't run it in Yamato, but it be that way.
That is valid. Yamato really could use it after losing Momo.
I will say, KebbieG, the egg is on my face right now. I did not think about this card for Red Green Odin. And that's why I'm a chump.
Yeah. Now it's actually playable. It's the best deck in the format.
Yep.
All because of this common.
All because of this common from the Zoro starter deck.
And Kuzan's back with this ugly, non-looking version of Kobe. It doesn't even look like Kobe. I don't.
It looks like a 45-year-old man.
Yeah, it looks like Oda.
Wait, isn't Kobe like 45 years old? That's the reason why he's got ripped abs, right?
No.
Sads.
But
Kobe's like 20, 19.
It's not a bad card though. A 2-drop 1,000 blocker on play, trash 1, draw 1.
Okay, so I have strong opinions on this card. Mechanically, sure, it's fine. Like it's a good card. It's designed well for the deck, but the deck wasn't really like dying out because it was missing a 2 Dawn play. You know what I mean? Like this doesn't alleviate any of the issue that Kuzan has. Kuzan doesn't have early game aggression.
But you got to give them credit for one thing for this card. If I do want to play this card, I'm going to have to wait until there's an alt art because I'm not putting this card in my deck.
So I have to give it to them for making the worst looking card?
Yes, normally I don't ever put alt arts in my deck, period. This is the first card
What are you talking
ever.
about? Don't you see his jawline?
Sure.
Bro's been mewing.
Yes.
Come on.
This is literally the first time ever I would put the alt art in my deck because I do not want this card touching my deck.
That's crazy. That's
Damn,
so
KebbieG.
funny.
Yeah, this is so bad. Doesn't even look like Kobe.
No,
Bro's
it
got
doesn't.
some real Kobe hate.
It's because he has abs.
That's the truth.
It's because he doesn't have abs in this picture.
No, it's because he has abs in the pictures where you don't want him to have abs. Joe.
I mean, I'm not trying to bash the artist for this one, but you kind of missed the ball in this one. But
I will say, While the proportion of the mouth is like obviously exaggerated, it is maybe the most realistic looking person represented in anime. Like, does that make sense? Like, this, don't look at the mouth. The mouth is obviously cartoonish, but like, this could be a person that you see in real life. Maybe not pink hair, but like the face, the way
Oh,
it
you
looks,
could probably see somebody with dyed
this
pink hair
like
that color.
this is very, it's, I'm not gonna say photorealistic, but the art I think hits an uncanny valley because it's like
It's like All Might.
I feel like I know someone or I've met someone who looks like this.
A poor guy. I'm kidding.
I will say though, he looks like he's 45. Like the person that I know that looks like this is probably 45 years old. But
I wonder if they use their face as this initial starting point,
if this Kobe is a self-insert,
and they forgot to like make it as they were tracing it and making the initial artwork. They forgot to make it not look like them. I don't know.
so like the scene that this takes place in the manga is a it's very emotional and he is ugly crying, but this is a step beyond.
Wait, I thought this was Sparta.
Yeah, this is the exact same cry that I have when I looked at this first card. I looked at it the first time. I looked exactly like this.
It's the exact same cry I have when I'm on shrooms.
Well, why aren't you crying now? I'm kidding. But we have better cards to talk about.
Damn, Kebbie, you want to go breaking my heart? Jesus.
Burley, 1-drop 2,000. 2K counter, look top 3. Reveal a Big Mom Pirates, put it in your hand. What a great 2K counter this is.
It's mechanically great card. It's just a Big Mom Pirates version of the Sky Island Nami. Did the deck need it? Was it hurting for a different 2K? I don't think so. It's also not searchable off of Pudding, which is unfortunate. I can't hate the card too much because mechanically it is a very, very good card, but I don't think we needed it.
Hey, I mean, two things about this card. I mean, it's a fine card. You're definitely going to play it because there's plenty of 2Ks in the deck that I think were arguably not really worth the slots. I think this is better
some
than
cards were just 2Ks for sure.
Yeah, like the 4-drop Pudding that we got from EB set. It's fine. This is probably better than that, and you're going to cut back on the Land of Wano Searcher they were playing.
Yeah, you can.
Other props by the artwork. This is probably the best that Burley has ever looked in any picture.
Yeah, you've thrown some Brule hate before. Brule could get it.
But she looks young in this one. She looks much younger.
She's not, Kebbie.
I know, but she looks younger in this photo. I mean, props to that.
They just drew her well.
Yes, they did.
They decided they weren't going to just do interframe animation for once.
She doesn't have to be an old hag. Like,
nobody was saying she was.
I would.
What you imply.
Come on, you got to be hag maxing. It's summer.
Kebbie hates Betty White.
We need the GILF meta to continue.
But now we got a different card. So
sorry, Kev, you can't ignore that. It's GILF season.
3-drop 4,000.
Yay! A Karasu that does essentially the same thing as the 5 cost.
Except it doesn't become an 8 cost.
Except it doesn't help with your leader effect.
Oh yeah!
Oh
yeah!
but now it's playable because it's a 2K counter.
Ooh. Good
Ah,
card. Good card.
this card is
Best card in all of
garbage.
One Piece. What do you mean?
This isn't as bad as the Kinemon because it's at least a 2K counter. When I say bad, none of these cards are like design wise bad. They just don't do anything for the decks that they're intended for. This is the most worthless 2K counter. There's no reason to play this out. It's very cheese. It's Mamaragon bait. It dies the first time it turns sideways. I don't know. This is it leaves me in a perplexed state, honestly.
I mean,
I don't know why this needed to be a card.
And look at even
It
look at his
needed to be a
face.
card for the
Look at his
sake of our
face in the
sanity.
artwork. He's like, God, why did you make me this bad?
Yeah, exactly. He knows.
He's looking up all mad like, dude, why did you?
I like Karasu as a character. I think he's cool, but like this card, and I like the 5-cost Karasu card. I think that card is cool as fuck because I like hand destruction. This isn't
Discard
worth the trade-off
3?
of being a 2K counter. If it was a 2-4 that was the 2K counter, maybe, but that would be like kind of broken. But like the situation that you why are you playing this on 3? And what are you playing on 5 to hope that this can swing for 5K?
So the only way this works is you have to play this on 3. Your 5 down turn, you play the 4-drop
The
Sabo.
promo.
You basically have to be on a 4-dawn curve.
No, there's a 4-cost Sabo for the deck preach that takes a life, puts a dawn on your leader, and it makes itself an 8-cost. And then when Sabo, the leader, has an 8-cost on field, it gives everything plus 1K. So like
Was it 1 or 2?
with leader effect, what's that, Kebbie?
Was the Sabo require 1 or 2?
1.
Okay.
Koala requires 2.
Yeah.
So with leader effect, this is swinging 5K. But the lines that you have to jump through to get a neutral swing is cheese. It's bad. There's just no reason to play this. Also, it's so easy to play around. And sometimes your opponent wants cards in trash.
Mm-hmm. Like this Kobe.
Yeah. Holy shit, Kebbie, what the fuck?
As a
My
Kuzan
man,
player, I reject this card.
Kobe.
I reject this card as a Kuzan player.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I'm gonna buy up all the starter decks and I'm throwing
Kebbie, just for you,
all
just
of
for
them in
you.
trash.
I will buy a single copy of Kobe, and I will redraw his smiley face for you.
Okay, make it look more like Kobe, please.
Oh no, I
he's my
never said
boy.
I'd be doing that.
He's my boy. You can't make him look like this.
No, what I will do is I will put a sticker on his face, and it will just be something. It will actually be the Pepsi, you know, the little Pepsi guy with his little doodly arms. Yeah, that.
Yeah,
It'll just be a sticker of this Kobe's face over the face of the Kobe.
Actually, no, it'll be Kirby Kobe. I'll rewarp his face so he's Kirby.
Yeah, I might literally buy all the starter decks, 33s from my LGS, just so I could throw all these cards in the trash can.
That's crazy work. That is crazy work.
Yes, it is. But that's enough talking about this card. The last card is actually, I think, arguably
Oh my
the
God.
best card of of all these.
The
Cavendish.
next card is so on point for like, okay, so mechanically, Brule is the best card out of the bunch. If we weren't looking at these as support for a specific deck, like essentially being leader locked, Brule is the best card because it's technically generic that you could run it in a couple leaders.
Yeah, pudding.
Anything that runs like a Big Mom package, mostly Katakuri or like Pudding, which are fan favorite decks. So in terms of mechanical playability, Brule is technically the best card. But in terms of like hitting it out of the fucking park for support for the leader that the card comes in the deck of, this card is insane.
Yeah, because
it is going to abuse the shit out of this. It's a 2K. It's a 3 cost. You didn't have a relevant 3 cost to play before because what you were going to play the Rush Zoro who wouldn't have Rush because you're not at less life than your opponent. So like this, you're sure on KO you have to trash a card to heal. It's a tiny Kuma. It's a neg 1 for sure. But it's also a 2K. It's also a body that your opponent's probably never going to swing into. Anel is probably not going to hit this with like, maybe they do. Maybe they do just kill it. It's not that big of a deal. I don't care about letting my opponent heal. But like this card is insane.
But in the context though of Kid, this is basically a strictly better version of 4-drop Hiyori. Because it's a blocker.
Yes.
That when it gets KO'd, when it blocks, you basically trash a card, gain a life.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
So in the context of Kid, this is basically that because you use the leader ability, make this a blocker. You block, you get to gain a life.
Worst case scenario, it is a body that your opponent, sure, it's only a 3K body. It is a body that your opponent is never swinging into. Best case scenario, it's just a block that heals you. That's awesome.
Yeah,
this card
and the card you revealed gets reset because now it's a card that's face down because you gained a life.
Yep. Exactly.
So it actually resets your leader ability for next turn too.
Yes, absolutely. In terms of playability for the deck that it was made for, this card is actually insane. This is so good. They hit it out of the park with this card. If this was the level of every card that was revealed, I would have been blown away.
I agree.
This only being a common as well is kind of insane.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what they give us in these starter decks. What I really want for this starter deck, I don't know if we're gonna get or not. I wanted a 3-drop that basically it's like a 4,000 that says on either turn if you would Dawn minus, put a Dawn rested.
Yeah, you would have to lock that to Big Mom. Yeah. And like give it really, it would have to be like a 4-2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in the sense of like, because that's a really, really powerful ability.
Yeah, because I mean, usually we only get it like either on ours or our opponent's
yep.
turn.
Look, I'm not saying they couldn't do that, but I would put it in the realm of being like the same value output, if not more, as like the Lucky Roo blocker from PRB, or like the 4-cost Baby 5 that pops 2 3-cost characters. It's like an insane value. So like I could even see it being like a 4K or a 4-cost body, 0 power, for how good of an effect that like actually would be.
Yeah, especially for in the context of Katakuri, where you want to down
minus
on both turns, that way you can get out of attack.
It's a free leader effect, and that's also not accounting for 3-cost Pudding and Parasparrow.
Yeah, but the issue with that is it will rotate in less than a year. So
Yeah, for sure, but you still have a year of running both. Do you not remember when we discovered rotate, like when they talked about rotation for the first time, and everyone was like, oh, these cards are only going to last for a year, and then we had a year of putting Red Rock 8-cost kid bullshit?
yeah, I mean, I don't think Katakuri's going to get to that point once they give us some busted SR.
No, I don't
But
think it's going to be like insanely cracked, but like that card would be really good. I'm just saying, like, the value of it, it would be really good.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed if they want to make Katakuri a tier 1 deck. I'm all for it, and I will be rocking that deck until it's no longer a tier 1. I don't know if we want to get into a discussion in another podcast about what we kind of want to see out of these 6 decks or not. But that's all we got for today. So maybe in a future podcast we could discuss that if you guys are interested in it. And
I would have to gather my thoughts because I don't care that much for any of these starter decks, TBH.
now, you don't care for any of these leaders?
I could not care less for any of the leaders. My only like strand of hope is that between Green Zoro being a supernova and Kid being a supernova, Green Yellow Law becomes playable.
Yeah, that is one thing that I thought was interesting. Everyone was hoping that this would bring a bunch of support for Law, but it is kind of nice that they actually threw a bone to Kid for Kid. So
Yes, that is the Cavendish. While you can run it in Law, it is not designed for Law in any way.
Yeah, so I'm actually kind of happy. Hopefully, I don't. Hopefully, not all of their cards are like this, where it's.
I don't need everything to be a buff for Law, but like 2 cards that are generic or like supernova locked that would also work well for Law, like 1 from green and 1 from yellow, or like 2 from green would be really nice because technically we have the 8-cost Law that can restand green 5-cost or lower, but the only value like 5-cost green character, like the only value character that it would restand is Cavendish, which is insane, but it's not filling. Like, we don't have a lot of good supernovas in green for Law anymore since we lost the 5-cost blocker and the restand.
There is one more.
You run the Bonnie that stuns stuff for sure,
no,
but
I'm talking about the blocker one. The secret rare? No. I guess
yeah, you do run that for sure. It's just not that crazy.
I know she's common in a lot of decks. She's pretty well played, but
yeah, they run it. It's a searchable 5-cost blocker that draws and restands it on. Like it's good. It's a good card. It's just not that good, you know what I mean? Like if Zoro got a good 5-cost supernova SR that could also be applied to Law, that would be sick.
For sure.
I'm not asking for the world. I'm just asking for like 2 new cards that can be put in Law.
Watch them give you none, and then an EB05, they give you some.
I don't even play Green Yellow Law to any capacity. Like I have, and I had it like very ulted out for a while, but I never actually played the deck. Like I played it on stream sometimes for fun. I just like Law. I'm a big Law fan, and I like yellow and green.
Yeah, yellow and green is one of those color combinations. Like you expect it to be one of the best color combinations in the game, but
I was expecting a lot.
We haven't gotten a leader that really puts both of those 2 colors together.
Yamato
in freezing everything. Oh my god.
Yamato is like situationally good specifically for certain formats. Like if Blackbeard, like Black Teach is popular, Yamato's pretty not bad. But like most of the time, or like 6K 3 life leaders, Yamato is really good in those formats, but it's bad into things that develop walls of blockers, which is every deck right now.
But let's go and get into the wrap up. It's a 2-hour stream or 2-hour podcast. Any kind of shout outs, RePreach before we close it out?
Nope, none as per usual. Just I stream on Wednesdays. Maybe I might drag a friend in to start playing One Piece on Mondays with me. We'll find out how that goes.
Oh, you're gonna have favorite Anime Villian pair with you on Mondays. I like it.
Hey, I mean, if he wants to help me coach a complete newbie, that's on him. I
don't
think
know
it's
about that. I have to deal with coaching newbies at my locals every week.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not putting you on that task, dog.
I mean, I'm down if you want to pair after 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock East Central.
I think that's doable. I'm starting to get back into my life's starting to calm down, so Wednesdays are starting to become more consistent again, and maybe I'm gonna toss One Piece in there. But yet again, I am trying to focus on the weight loss first, so we'll find out how that all works out. Teasing thing.
Any kind of shout outs for you, favorite Anime Villian?
I'm streaming a lot. Come watch my channel. Shout out to the day ones. Nah, that's it. I don't got anything else to say. I'm going to a regional next weekend, so I don't know if I'll be on the podcast, but I might make it back in time. So,
well, we know what we'll talk about after you come back for sure.
My serial Luffy that I win, obviously.
Exactly, and you get to show it to all the class and flex out.
Yeah, and then I sell it and buy a tiny house.
True.
And then we also know what we're talking about while you're not here, too. It's gonna be
my fat ass.
It's favorite Anime Villains discussion stream.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking how thick you are.
Ooh.
With THICC.
I don't know if my self-esteem can handle you guys putting out a podcast about how much you like or dislike me. Oh, I'm so sensitive, chat. I'm so worried.
He's not wrong. So, and for me this week, I'm gonna be playing Perona again because some reason everyone wants to see more Perona. So I'm gonna play more Perona this week. I'm gonna revisit Hannibal again because I find that was an interesting deck in general. I'm gonna revisit some of the decks I think people kind of seem to really like as leaders. So this week,
now remember, if you want to go see all three of us making out in the post live, follow KebbieG's Fansly.
What? I mean, okay, you guys are on the deep end. If you want to check them out, go check them out on OnlyFans. They do their thing.
What did I do? I'm sitting here.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Kev doesn't have a Fansly chat. It's his members channel on YouTube. Look for the premium content. He edits it out before normal people get to see it.
All right, guys, one last thing real quick. Just feetfinder.com / KebbieG's little toes. You will not be disappointed.
You'd be surprised. It's pretty highly rated.
Okay. That's it for this podcast. We need to close this thing out because this has gone on way too long and this discussion's going nowhere.